Hello, hello, everybody. It's Annette Green here with Elizabeth Craft Designs, and we are live. I am live. How's everybody doing? I'm a little bit early, just a little bit early. I thought I'd hop on here and get started. Welcome, everybody jumping in. I know it always takes us just a minute to get going here. As always, I'm going to do a little quick sound check to make sure you guys are with me. There's Robin. Can you hear me, Robin? Is my sound okay? I'm going to check over here on the iPad and see if I'm coming up yet. Hi, Anya. Hello, hello. Sound okay? Hi, Carla. Welcome, everybody. Sound is fine. Awesome. Thank you, Robin. Okay. Well, we're going to see how it goes here for a minute. Let everybody kind of jump in. There's Andrea. Hello from me in Sweden. Ivor. Welcome, welcome. So we're going to be talking about my new release, of course. But I'm going to warn you, in my neighborhood, they have lost power, just a section of our neighborhood. We thought it was from all this bad weather that's coming up our way with that hurricane, but it's actually from a car accident, apparently. I hope not too bad. Hello, hello from Norway. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Teresa. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there's a car accident, I guess, that may have hit a power main. And my neighbor just wrote me who we're going to have dinner with tonight. And she said, we have no power. Do you have power? And so far, so good. I think that they've got it under control. There's Honora. Hello, Carol. Yes, don't forget to like, comment, and share. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah. Hello, hello. Jillian, Ellie, Candace. Welcome, everybody. I'm happy to have you here. Anybody tired of seeing the beautiful bounty release yet? It's just kind of been all over the place, I feel like, because I was on Create and Craft yesterday. Hey, Catherine, I see you there from Massachusetts, and I'm assuming you got your stuff by now, I think. Let me know. Yet is here. Joe, hey, Joe. Joe Cleveland, I saw that you got either your order put in or you got your stuff. I can't remember. Saskia, Rebecca, hello, hello. Yes, like, comment, and share as usual for a chance to be entered for the $50 gift certificate. Helene, hello. Okay, everybody's jumping in. Jacqueline. Oh, that's Jackie. Hey, Jackie. I thought it was my other Jacqueline. Femke, hey. Deborah, Barbara. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Ordered but not received yet. Okay, well, have fun when it finally arrives. Awesome. Okay, I am going to switch the camera around. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to do this shared screen thing for a little bit. If that really bothers you, let me know. I'll try not to have, something crucial behind my little circle there. Nelike, Lori Ann, ordered hers today. Yay! Awesome. Oh, that's in Dutch. Let's see if I can translate that real quick. Hi, greetings from Holland. All right. Karen is here. Hey, Cindy. All right. All right. So we have the Beautiful Bounty release with the Card Maker's special kit. So the kit is the special, and we'll talk all about it. And then the Beautiful Bounty paper pack, although it's sold separately, if you notice, today is the first official day that it's listed on the Elizabeth Craft Designs website, and they bundled them together, and they have a special like 20% off. So get that bundle if you haven't done so already, and I think a lot of you have. So good morning, Karen. Great colors. Thank you, Barbara. Hey, Lizana. Lizana, I'm going to miss you at Banff this year. I'm sad you're not coming. but maybe next time. Becky Chan Tai is here. Vicky, like, comment, and share. Okay. All right. So what should we look at first? Should we look at the paper first, or should we look at the special kit? Let's look at the special kit, because I feel like I always go to the paper first. So we'll put that aside for a minute. Thank you, Vicky. I'm glad you love the paper. Thank you very much. I wish that I had a picture uploaded in my Stream Deck of the inspiration. And if anybody saw me on Create and Craft yesterday, they asked me what my inspiration was when creating the paper designs. And quite honestly, people in the US will know Sherwin-Williams Paint Store. I saw an ad for this. It was this beautiful room that had like orange and gold and teal and green and yeah, really deep shades of blue. And that was the start of it. Thanks, Els. There's Els. Yeah, so that was the start of the inspiration for the color palette in the paper. And then everything else just kind of falls into place after that, you know, as far as what I want as far as imagery. So thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's get right to it, because I want to make 2 cards today. One's going to be a little simpler, and we're going to show you that little pop-up mechanism that we'll talk about. And then one will be a little more involved, kind of over-the-top style card. So, hey, Angelica's here. Gudrun. I forgot it was yesterday. Femke missed Create and Craft. Well, you can always watch it on the replay, right? Okay, so the Card Maker Special Kit is the big die set, which is all this stuff, right? And a big stamp set, which is all these goodies. We'll talk about it. This is my very first special, so it's very exciting for me. And then, of course, you get in the kit an inspiration sheet by making all these samples myself and from my wonderful design team. There's a little bit of everything here, different kind of styles. And so hopefully that's a lot of inspiration for you when you get your kit. All right, so let's talk about this real quick, because I feel like it's been shared a lot already. So I'm going to go a little faster. You can always watch it again if you need to. But what we have in the die set are 2 beautiful frames, and we all love the postage thing going on now, so we had to have a big one for that. And the scalloped kind of dotty frame. This was requested from Jackie Jasper, and we made sure we did that just for her. So these are exactly fitting onto an A2 card, and can work in the A6. We'll talk about that later, but you can see how they are sized to match perfectly with an A2 standard size card here in the US. So 2 frames. We've got the beautiful layered flowers. So they have a background die and a front, and they can stand alone on their own. You'll see leaves with backings that I'll show you on the flip side over here. Another big leaf set here. 2 pretty lace borders, some small flowers, and then we've got little circles, stars, and hearts, which will coordinate with the stamp set. We've got these fun photo corners, which has a stamp to coordinate, and there's those backings of the leaves. And then these 2 big things here are the pop-up mechanism for a gift card or ATC cards or whatever you want to tuck in there. A photo, you know, we'll see. And then these are 2 labels that coordinate with the 2 different pop-ups. Okay, so that's the die set. And then, like I said, so many of these stamps and the stamp set coordinate with those dies. So you have a bunch of little postal things here that are really fun. We're going to use those in my demo. There's your photo corners that match the die with the photo corners. And then we've got the hearts and the stars and the circles, and a couple of, you know, very common phrases for card making. Thankful, just for you, congratulations, and happy birthday. And if you don't see something here, you can always go to the Everyday Words die sets that have been coming out every release from me. And then finally, we have these fun border kind of stamps that I will show you how I've used them and how the team has used them. Those are just great for all occasions. So that is the Card Maker Special Kit. Now, I don't mean to ignore your comments, so I'm going to go back and see if you have asked me anything as we've gone along. Yes, Jackie loves her scalloped frame. That's great. Yes, don't forget to like, comment, and share. There's Celine, great collection, great samples. Thank you so much. Yes. There's Dee, love the frames. And Honora loves the big flower. The flower might be my favorite. Hey, Stephanie from Florida. Oh my gosh, how you doing down there? The weather is a hittin', isn't it? I hope you're okay. All right, so let's look at the paper collection on the floor. And the paper, oh, thanks, Femke. I'm glad you like the little mini postage things. I mean, they're super fun and very versatile. Okay, so the paper collection, Beautiful Bounty. This was the color palette inspired by Sherwin-Williams and William Morris, a lot of this stuff. So, of course, there's our intro sheet, and then we always have to have a few stripes in a collection as far as I'm concerned. So we have this beautiful stripe here. A lot of these colors can work nicely with fall, of course, but you'll see, especially in the samples, this is really kind of a year-round collection, and it's going to be great for nature lovers like me. So here's our second sheet with this nice deep teal blue, and we've got the paint swatches over here and some butterflies for my fussy cutting fans out there, and a dragonfly. Another stripe. This one is a deep green with some painting splatters in the background. Big, beautiful leaf and berry page. I wonder, do you all have a favorites? If those of you have seen the paper or already have yours. No, sadly, the Dutch can only watch live. Oh, I didn't know that, Femke. Okay, that's why somebody said to me earlier, I can't watch it. I think it might have been Rihanna. Anyway, here's our big pretty leaf paper with the berries, and on the back is a chocolate brown background with a buttery yellow large polka dot. That's always fun. And I've been calling this the cornstalk page. It kind of looks like that to me. Beautiful deep orange and gold. And then we've got the dingbat page. So if you remember my dingbats from the stamp set from the last release, there's a little repeat of that on a nice tan, kind of off-white print on a tan background. This one seems to be like an old-fashioned wallpaper to a lot of people, so we'll go with that. And we've got some mums and berries and more paint swatches, a little more up in this corner. And on the back, I've introduced a little more solids this time, which I think are going to be great for, you know, matting photos or just making cards and having nice solid options for die cutting leaves, let's say. And it has a little bit of texture in it, so that's kind of nice. Then we have our French script and bee paper. Yay for the bees, right? And that's sort of a soft teal. And then we've got this warm kind of burnt orange with the little brown print of, I'm looking at it for the first time over there, but it's right here in front of me. Little brown print of flowers and leaves. Very fun. And then this deep teal colored, teal on teal, beautiful floral and leaf background. And then this one is more of a burnt orange, coordinates very nicely with so many of these papers, but there's always a little texture and kind of grunginess to some of these solids. Thanks, Jane. Hey, Robin loves the dragonfly. Did I see Gloria is here? Hey, Gloria. She loves the colors. Thank you. Liverpool, used to live in Miami. I'm waiting to hear back. Did Stephanie answer back how she's doing? There's Susanna. She loves the leaf paper. Jane loves the 2 color swatch pages. Oh, good. You guys are answering me. Awesome. All right. Well, I hope my Florida people are doing okay. This is one of my favorites. It's kind of a nice golden yellow with a buttery yellow on top with those leaves. And then another favorite of mine really is this sort of parchment one. And then we have our sweet little cluster with the chipmunk and some leaf like fern action up here. And this was all done on my jelly plate, this background. So that is very real and done by me. And then we've got this really pretty green with a fun little funky flower and leaf pattern. And we have to have our cut apart page, of course, 3x4s if you cut right through the green, or they're a little smaller and perfect for ATC cards if you cut right onto the image. So I love using those. You'll see a lot of that in the samples. And then on the back, we got our little ditty flowers here that are kind of a medium teal on a buttery yellow background. That one's fun. And we've got our ledger page. Again, a little softer shade of teal with some, you recognize this pattern from the fancy cutaways from last time? And then on the back, we have another sort of parchmenty tan, but very grungy paper. And we've always got to have our borders, right? Fun borders. And if you've watched at all, you know that I purposely designed this particular row of these flowers to, I mean, you can use them as they are and just cut them out. They're beautiful. But the idea is that you can play with those postage stamps in the stamp set and make your own little postage stamp. So much like this, that's already been done with the mushrooms, you can do that yourself to all the flowers. So I just thought that'd be something fun to kind of throw in there. And then we have a nice blue, kind of a medium blue, but with a crosshatch sort of grungy pattern on the back. And this is our final page, and this is very much reminiscent of like vintage wallpaper, but then you've got the pumpkin and the gourd and the labels, and it's a really pretty brown and yellow, kind of a yellowy brown tan color. And then on the back is about the same shade in a grungy solid. So that is the paper collection. And thank you, Vicki. You like the borders. My favorites are the playing card cut aparts, the teal on teal leaves and borders. Thanks, Christy. Thank you, thank you. And Jackie likes how it all coordinates. Me too. Thanks, Jackie. Some of the paper should also be wonderful. Yes, indeed, wallpapers. Yeah, that's kind of where the inspiration comes from with a lot of that stuff. Okay, so I want to show you some samples from the team. If you haven't seen a lot of these yet, I have a whole bunch, and I'm just going to go a little quicker this time, of course. This one is by me, and this is sort of a great example of the standard size card with the border and then the gift card pop-up inside, which is the element in the die set. So there's that one. I showed a couple of tags on Create and Craft that were made exactly the same way using different paper. Now the pink, of course, is not in the paper collection. I had to do that with some inks, but everything else is from the paper collection. So you can see how, even though this is definitely fall feeling, you can definitely make a very springy or kind of happy birthday kind of card, tag, whatever. ATCs, a couple of us did ATCs when we made samples. Those are always fun. And you can see there's that library card back there. So it's cut out perfectly to allow for ATC making. A little cut apart owl, little fussy cut owl from, sure, that was the cut apart page with all the playing cards and stuff. This is more of a tall card. I'm scrolling through the comments. Thank you very much, Celine. I just saw you. And Dana's there with her mushrooms. Another pop-up that would be tall. I don't have a gift card in there right now, but you can see how using those cut aparts inside of a card, that's something I'm always going to do. I love that rather than just having a blank piece of cardstock in there to write my message. So there's a fun one that really showcases a lot in the collection with the border die, the postage die, the corner die with the stamp, and of course the leaves. And this is a big old 5x7 card. This one was made by me as well. Now this one, this strip right through here is not actually from the paper. Actually it is from the paper, but the little pattern in there is from that stamp that has the border, the really pretty decorative border. Hello, Jody. Hey, Karen. I'm glad you like the cut aparts. Thank you. Yeah, 2 paper packs. Without a doubt. You know, when I started this, I didn't realize I shouldn't be doing one single paper for the collection, you know, like 24 different designs. So that is probably going to change and be more like the rest of the team, the designers, where they do repeat the front page and then maybe change up the back side. And so you'll have 2 of each moving forward, is what I understand. So this sample is from Jacqueline. Isn't that beautiful? A big, beautiful card. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take a lot of time this time. This is from Anita. She made this cute little tuck spot here. I'm going to use this as a bookmark. I just think that's super clever. She's used the lace border there to make a really sweet little bookmark and in this little pocket. That'd make a great little gift, like a teacher gift or something like that. This one is also from Anita. I'm sure I have these all out of order in my bin here, but that's very beautiful. And she used those photo corners really nicely wrapped around. That's exactly how they work. And from Dee, a Little Bird Crafts. This beautiful slimline card. She did several different things, like 4 different things with the same kind of palette and design, but like she did, I think, an ATC card, a standard card, a little bit bigger card, and then this slimline, all with this same look, and they were just beautiful. Another one from Jacqueline, a favorite of mine because it has the bees on it. Yes, the design team. I'm very lucky. I have a wonderful design team. They are so talented. Uh, yes, the owl was one of the playing cards. Somebody might have asked. I see somebody answering. Love the owl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful samples. Love the corners. Good. I'm so happy. Okay. This one is also by Jacqueline. Very mixed media-ish. Got some shimmer on there. She's got all kinds of stamping and a little bit of splatter. It's really, really pretty. This is very fall-like to me. Jacqueline also did some ATC. She popped them in the little sleeve here for me. Really pretty. She's the mixed media girl. I just love it. Her and Rihanna. This one is from Mariana, and I say it all the time, but I want to hang this on the wall because it's big. It's bigger than like a 5x7 card. It's really pretty, and she's just layered up all kinds of pretty stuff on there. And another one, I think, yes, from Mariana. Don't forget to use those hexagons on the front of the packaging. I'm sure a lot of you do that already, but it's kind of fun because, you know, it's a much, much smaller scale pattern or image, and it's great to pop on cards like that. This is from Marha, and of course she used my beautiful bees, and the bee is, did I even point that out in the die? Yeah, there's a bee in the die set. There it is. It's like an open bee. It does not have a background to it, so it's a little different, kind of fun. And then Marha used the photo corners and the scallop frame. Another beautiful one from Marha with the postage, all the mushroom postage. Beautiful. And of course the big postage around the outside edge. I think that's great. And this one is from Cindy, who used, it looks like, it kind of looks like it might be Yosette's tag die, but I'm not 100% sure. But here's an instance where maybe you don't want to put a gift card in there. Maybe you want to trade or, you know, send something fun like one of these cut aparts, or you could send several if you're sending to like a little kid that's into that kind of fun stuff, or a nature lover in your life. This is from Lizana, and I have some other samples from Lizana that I'll show you on screen. But she utilized those leaves without the backing, so I think that's really nice with the open leaf concept. But then Teresa in Portugal made this one where it looks almost embossed because she used the same paper to die cut the leaves as the background of her card base. And I've done that before too. I love the look of that. It's so pretty. And then finally, the very clever Anita made these little stands from the pop-up element for the gift card, but she inverted them and made them into little tent stands. And she has menu on the front of this one, and she popped in this little card here. But I keep saying it, I think that would just be so cute at a table if you're having a dinner party or Thanksgiving or something like that. To put the nameplates of everybody where they're sitting, or even to actually put the menu in the stand. I think that'd be so cool. So there are actual samples, and that's not even really all of them. So to my team, I apologize because I'm not showing every single thing, but I got to keep it a little short. What I want to show you next is on my screen. I won't be able to talk while I do it. So here's what I'll tell you you're about to see. I want to share 3 cards from Jackie. And let's get my face back up here for a second. Okay. I'm going to show you 3 cards from Jackie. Then you'll see Katie's beautiful card and a card from Tina. Not that you have to remember all this, but I don't have them labeled on the screen. And then 3 from Lizana, 3 more, and 5 different photos from Rihanna. So I'm just going to float through those right now and just quickly share, and then I'll come back. Okay, amazing, right? Aren't they amazing? They did such a great job. All right, let's get back to this little look here, and I'm going to do a little demo. Let's see what everybody's saying. We like the blue flowers. There's Andrea Somerville. All the samples are so pretty, aren't they, Els? Yes, the team did amazing. Um, and you know, the ones that I just showed you, don't worry if you don't remember like who did what. I'm sure that you will be seeing them sharing their projects and identifying themselves very soon now that it's available on the ECD website. The release. Faux embossing looks cool. Yes. Cindy modified the length. Oh, the tag to an A2 card. Perfect. Yes, I love Anita's idea as well. There's Waldo. Hello, hello. I'll be seeing you soon. Is that right? In Banff? Ellie, she loves it. Oh, Patricia, I hope you have a good time with it. Thank you. Karen, I've tried 3 times to buy the kit now on the website. It says no shipping to my address. I don't know. Maybe you need to call them because I'd hate for you to miss out. My team has been busy, indeed. Yep. Let's see. Go down, contact us, and write. Okay, good. So, all right, great. Thank you for helping her out. Okay, so let's do something. What time is it? All right, I got like 35 minutes, plenty of time. And if I go over a little, you guys always understand. I got a bunch of goodies here, ready to go. Thank you, Honora. I'm so happy to hear that. Awesome. Okay. All right. Great. All right. So we're going to make a simple card, simple-ish. I want to show you how to put together the pop-up mechanism for the gift card. So here we have all the goods. This is all the inside stuff. And we'll do a little stamping in a moment. But so here you see I have the big flower. That's the open, you know, cutaway one. And there's a whole bunch of cool scoring in here. So it kind of guides you on how to shade that particular flower. And you can see I have done that. And all I did is, so you can see the difference here. One uncolored, same paper. One colored a little bit for shading. And I used abandoned coral on this particular paper. It's some old Graphic 45 solids paper. But I just used the little brush and kind of brush the color on to give this a little more shading. And then, you know, that can stand alone just fine, but I like to pick a little darker shade to put in the background there. So this is a really dark, dark red cardstock. So I have 2 flowers there, and then I've got the leaf stems, and we have some big leafy ones, but we have 2 stems, and each one of those has a little background just to the leaf part. We didn't need the whole die for the stem as well, so we're going to put that together. And then I've got this little strip from the border strip with the lace die cut out of that same red, ready to go. I cut out one of the postage stamps. Now that's the mushroom one, and I used my postage stamp die of old, right? This is just 2026 postage stamps. I seem to every release need them, so I just designed using them. And so I, of course, cut out the smallest one here, and I used the die to cut out this size, so it fit good with the postage. All right, so let's put this together. And what I recommend always when you do these pop-ups is to start with the front of your card first, because when you start to build in that element on the inside, it gets a little lumpy. And if you do it first inside, then it's a little trickier to glue things down on the front. So just remember that. So I've got the postage frame here, and we're going to get that down first. This one was cut from the cornstalk page. That's what I'm calling it. It's kind of funny because a lot of paper companies, they name their papers individually, but we do not. So I have to come up with funny names for mine. All right, so you saw I already had the striped paper on the card front. It's a nice medium green card base. So that green striped paper matches really nicely, and then a little bit of gold paint matches that frame. How's everybody doing? You guys doing okay? Oh, there's Mary. Hey, Mary. Sherry, gorgeous tags. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just gonna have fun. You're right, Femka. Sue, guess I keep missing you on here. Okay, I'm glad you're here. All right, I'm gonna keep rolling. All right, so we have our frame, and then I want to put together my little postage stamp. But I thought I would show you after I get this on here and let that glue set for a second. I want to show you how fun it is to just kind of make your own little postage stamp. So we'll get that on there. Let that sit for a second. And then I cut this one out from the flowers using my die from the small postage stamp set. And I just grabbed some brown ink. This might be a little dark. We'll see. Doesn't matter. And I think I'll grab a little something to put behind here since I know I'm going to go off the edge a little bit. So I got this little stamp set here that has those cancellation lines. And we might just do a little of that there. Yeah, that's a little dark. I probably wouldn't use that, but we'll do a little circle. This one says Postel. And you can do this wherever and however you like. I'm going to do this down here. And then I've got one that says 10 cents. I think I'll do that up here. And I mean, that's it. And then I would ink the edges, of course. And you have instant postage. And, you know, we all love the postage right now. Esther's got a lot of that going on in her collections as well. So you can mix and match and have all kinds of fun. So I just wanted to show you that really quick. All right, so let's put together a little flower here. And I've got the bee. Where's my tweezers? All right, so I have shaded both of these. They're cut from exactly the same paper. Just a few dots will do. That create and craft yesterday, that was 6 o'clock my time in the morning. That was different. It was fine. I'm an early bird. But yeah, when you're nervous at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's a little different. I'm always nervous when I do create and craft till I get going. And then I'm fine. But I wonder how many of you actually caught the show. I know some people, especially over here in the West Coast, good Lord, it was way too early for them to get up and watch that. I think Els said she got up like 4. She was watching it. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, so that's easy. A couple of flowers. All right, we'll do the leaves same way. I've just used some green cardstock, 2 different shades for these. There's some pretty greens in the paper collection. I just happened to grab some cardstock instead this time. So there's one leaf, here's another. And the comments are going flying by me. I'm sorry if I'm missing y'all. Hey, Esther. There's Esther. I was just talking about you, wasn't I? Okay, so there's a couple of those. Got that done. We've got everything else prepped and ready. Just remember when you cut out this die, you have the frame, but you also have the inner part. Now this isn't the paper, but just to kind of show you, you have that inner part. And so you can easily make 2 cards at once really fast that way. Just use the opposites of what you've already done, and you've got the contents for a second card. Okay, let's pop this together really quick. We've got our bee, and I cut him out of green just to be different. I think I'll put him up there. So This bee was requested by my friend Tiffany. She said, I wish you had a bee that had like just open. It was just open, not all the pieces and the parts and the layers, but maybe just an open bee. So this was done just for her. And so that goes to show you that if you have a great idea and you share it with me, like what you'd like to see, you might see it show up in a collection. Doesn't hurt to ask, right? Where do you purchase solid colors to match your collection for cards? Matching is difficult by mail. This is very true, and that's a great question from Joe. Um, Joe, I purchase, and I don't know if this is available to everyone, but like if you go to the 12 by 12 cardstock shop, for example, which is where I shop a lot of times for cardstock, you can pay a little for a swatch book. Because I have done the same thing. I've ordered colors and gotten things and like, oh my gosh, this is not at all what I thought this was going to look like. So I would recommend that. Get a swatch book if you can. If the company of your favorite cardstock producer has swatch books, get a swatch book. Otherwise, it is tricky. And that's where I would just, I don't have a local scrapbook store, so I'd have to go to like a Hobby Lobby kind of store to actually see it myself. Oh, let's turn this a little bit more. Okay. And you saw me, I just kind of cut the stem a little more flush on these two flower stems or leaf stems. So we'll pop those down kind of close together like that. Let's see. Hello, who is that saying hello? Oh, Joseph is here. Hey, Joseph. Gonna see you soon too. Where'd you get your black glue holder? This is my sweet petunia. Everybody seems to have it. It's got the Nuvo glue bottle, but I put the art glitter glue in mine because I like it. Yeah, it's a handy little tool. It's got a little stand. You stick it in so you don't have to keep putting the cap on. Okay, so now that we have those on, I think I want to put my little postage stamp in my border, like here. My border's a little bit tiny short. We won't tell anybody, right? And oh, I just noticed I was supposed to put this in here. I'm looking at my sample on the wall. I was supposed to pop that back in there. That's okay. That's fine. But see, that's why I tape things to the wall when I'm doing a live, because I forget. And I totally forgot. All right, we're going to squeak that postage stamp under there in just a second. Yeah, it's short, but that's okay. It's our little secret. I'll slide that under there, I think. Like so. Okay. Oh, wow. 27 more comments I've missed. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Katie. Oh, thank you. Who's that? Andrea said I was amazing on Create and Craft. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. Sherry, are you okay down there in Florida? Thank you, Tiffany, for asking for the open bee. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, Honora, I'll see you later. Sorry you have to go. No problem. It happens. You got other things to do in life, right? All right, so let's get this card finished. And I want to show you the pop-up. Plus, I have another whole card to make, so make sure we have plenty of time. I'm going to pop this big one over here. You know, it doesn't look bad with that stripe there. I thought it was going to be a mistake, but I quite like it now. I don't mind. I hope you don't. There's Kathy Trish. I just saw her name pop up. Kathy was on the cruise with me. I just taught on the icon of the seas. I would say that's done for my front. Now, just imagine if this was behind there. But this is good too, right? All right, so let's do the inside. Let's do the little pop-up. So what we have is the same color cardstock, and I cut out the wider one of this element, and it's super easy. There's score lines right in here. You just fold it in half, and then there's 2 more score lines, one on each side, that you fold forward. And I like to use a bone folder to really smooth that out because I've already got it a little crooked here. Yeah, just kind of flatten that out really well. Those of you going to Banff, bring your bone folder because we're going to be playing with one of these for sure. Okay, and then I'll grab some tape here, and I'll put some tape on those 2 under flaps, we'll call them. So this is on the bottom, of course, and I need just a little more, of course. Melody likes the stripes in the background. Well, good. I'm glad. Yeah, it's not bad. You know, it all coordinates. It's just not what I initially had in mind, but it works. All right, a little bit longer this time. I've never been really good about, I see these people doing the rip and tear kind of thing with the tape and just perfectly getting the amount that they need. I've never been very good at that. I can't, I don't have much fingernails to start with to get that to tear, but at least that's my excuse. Okay, cool. I'm looking at the comments again, just really quick. Love the tag we made. Yes, the cruisers got a little preview of my my new collection. We did a make and take, so it was a little sneaky, but we did it. Am I doing a 2025 planner again? Absolutely. Yes, I am. Sue liked it better without the gold background. The stripes are very nice. Okay, cool. All right, so here we have the strip that matches this particular pop-up, and I want to do a little more to it, even though it's cut out of decorative paper, just to kind of show you. So I'm going to take the star background stamp, and this is where, if you just want to add a little something, pick a shade that's similar, maybe just a little darker. So this is fossilized amber, because now I also want to stamp on top of here like happy birthday or something. So I'm just going to do, and people are always surprised when they see me stamping on pattern paper, but I do it all the time. So it's very subtle. It's in the background. You might not see it as well as I do, but it's there. And then I think I'll do black ink for the happy birthday, so it really stands out. And of course the happy birthday, that's from the stamp set in the special. And I don't want to put my head in the camera. I think I'm in the middle. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, cool. We'll let that dry for a second. And now we can do this. All right, so you've got it all folded up, ready to go. We've got our tape. I peel off one side of the tape on the flap, one flap. And we can get rid of that for now. Turn it around, and I get that right up in the fold, but not on the fold. So very, very close to the fold. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And then rather than bringing this up to the top of the card, and make sure you're, oh, look at, all right, just look twice before you go. It doesn't matter if you start at the top and do the bottom, but the point is, when you peel up this second one, instead of bringing it to the card, bring the card to it. Okay? Something about that makes it sharper and better and doesn't tear at your card. So there we go. We got our little pop-up. We can put this right on this flap, which I will do really quick. You could do this before you put the mechanism in the card if you're worried about, trying to get it in there just right, but it's pretty easy. Okay, there we go. Happy birthday. You could stamp some stars and hearts and things all around that. There's our Lizette is here. She's late, but that's okay. She's here. Welcome, welcome. Julie, good afternoon. Coming in late also. Yeah, go back and watch it if you want. Okay, so I have more of the stripe paper. And I just like to do this. You could stop with your card the way that it is right there. But I like to really dress up the inside of my cards almost as much as the outsides. So I cut a piece that's 5¼ by 4. And that fits in there just perfectly and covers up that little flap of the pop-up on the top and the bottom. Okay. And you can add like a border strip or whatever you want in here. I definitely will get, eventually I'll get like one of my little cut aparts and put it in there. But I mean, basically that's it. I just wanted to show you how to do the pop-up mechanism. And there's our first card. All done. All right, let's see what y'all are saying and we'll move on to the second one. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Good evening, Angela. Thanks, April. Mary is saying hi to people. Thank you, Bonnie. Oh, thank you very much. Awesome. Okay, let's do something else. Something else fun. How we doing? Oh, 15 minutes, no problem. Okay. Maybe if I slow down a bit on this one, I won't forget a piece of paper. No worries, no worries. I just know this is so much more relaxing as a presenter than Create and Craft TV. It can be stressful, which is crazy. You're just standing in your craft room. It shouldn't be stressful, but somehow it still is. Okay, all cleaned up, ready to go. This time we're going to do a big card. Got all kinds. I've even got my little gift card. I actually found this when I was picking up trash the other day, and I, of course, went straight to the website to type in the number to see if there was any money on it, but there was not. My husband and I did a little trash cleanup day with our little town. If anybody's in the memory keeping with Annette group, you saw my page and how Paul and I did the little cleanup. Okay, so this card is a bigger card. This is a 5 by 7, but I have cut the front flap short, and I'll tell you how much I cut off here. 1.5 inches. Okay, so I think we'll start with the inside. So we have this pretty French script paper. I've inked the edges already just to save time. Thanks, Dana. You like the pop-up? Yeah, it's super easy and it's really cute in cards, you know, and especially coming up on the season with Christmas and Thanksgiving and, of course, birthdays all the time, but all occasions for doing gift cards. Okay, so we've got that on the inside. And I also want to put this paper on the inside. So we'll do that next. I'm just working on a really nice medium brown colored card base, my cardstock. It is textured on one side. So this sort of has a direction, this pretty teal floral. Put that in there. And we're going to do more on here. But first, let's go to the front. And we'll put another piece on the front of that same paper. I can always start a third card. Hey, there's Marty. Hey, Marty. Thank you. Yes, love the sales. Says, was that Yasmin? Yeah. Thank you, Katie. Yeah. Well, yeah, the gift card thing. I felt like we needed that in our arsenal, right? Okay, so we have that. And now I want to put I want to have some stuff like cross over from the front to the inside. So I've got some border strips here, and I've got a long one and a shorter one. And so I feel like it's going to be best to just lay this on here because I know I want that and I know I want that, but I also want that. So I have to make sure I have enough room. So about 1/4 of an inch for that. So this should be good right where it's at. So we'll start with the inside because I feel like it's going to be a little easier to line up everything else if the inside is down first. And I hope that makes sense. I think it will. So I'm going to trim this right now before I forget. Okay, maybe a little bit more. I haven't heard back from my Florida people. Is everybody okay? Marty, are you worried? Are you okay? You know how it is down there in Florida. It's old school just to have to deal with hurricane stuff all the time. Will there be, Patricia is asking, a December Days workshop this year? Not by me and not that I've heard of. I personally will not be doing a December day by day because I do a weekly planner page. And last year I felt like it was sort of redundant. So, not me, but maybe somebody. You have to stay tuned and watch and see, I guess. I don't know if Esther has something up her sleeve or not. So this was cut from the border paper, and of course that lace die I just laid down, that was from the die set. And this is just a little, like maybe 3/8 of an inch, maybe close to a 1/2 inch strip. Okay, so now that we have that, then we can do this and hopefully make it look like it's sort of continuous. So, but we're not going to go into the brown. We're just going to go like that. Put that down first. Marty is saying what? Would be cool to put a seed packet in too. Yes. Like a seed packet die, a new die. What are we saying, Femke? Marty said, nah, this storm would just be a tree cleaner for us over here on the Space Coast. Okay, well, that's good. I think it's coming up this way. Just a little. We're going to get a lot of rain. We've had some rain today. Some people were out of power over in Greenville, certain areas of Greenville. So far, so good. I thought maybe that power outage that I was talking about at the top of the show here of my neighbor, I thought it was from the storm, all the weather, the water and rain, but it was from a car accident that hit a power line or a power pole or something. So hopefully that's not terrible. Okay, so that lined up nice by doing it that way. Inside first, then the front. Thank you, Yasmin. That is so nice. A lot of wind and rain. Wicked Paper's going to be closed. Yeah, you might as well be safe. I know that I heard from Tiffany that the schools are going to not be open tomorrow either. Yep, just stay safe. There's Renee. Thank you, Renee. Renee, I'll be, that idea that you and I both had, I'll be doing that probably Mondays live if I have time to pull it together. Only you know what I'm talking about, I think. Okay, so now we want to do our frame on the front, and we're going to put this fun polka dot in there. Now, this is not cut out from the die. I cut this piece a little bit bigger, and the reason being is we want to sandwich this between. So this is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and I'm going to glue it into the frame, and so we needed a little extra to it so it, you know, can stick to the frame. Otherwise it just falls right through the hole, right? So we will do just a little thin bead of glue all the way around and sandwich that in there. And the reason why I'm even doing the sandwich is because we're going to put something on the other side as well. Woo, I'm all over the place. Like trying to drive while drinking. Don't do that. Oh my, okay. All right, so right smack in the middle, and it won't show through because I've avoided the little dots. So we'll give that a second to dry. Seed packet could just be a bag with flower seeds, and the seed packet dye would be cool too. It would probably fit 2 tea bags, but you can ask someone to tea. Oh, what a wonderful idea. Love that. Thanks, Angelica. Yeah, Renee, I'm hoping I have time. I'm really going to try. What is the measurement of the card laying flat? This one, 5 by 7. If that's not what you're asking, Mary, let me know. Okay. I love the leaf side. Thank you. Anita is here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so now we are going to put the frame on the other side as well, but I want to get this on the card front first. Ah, now I understand what I did. I'm looking over at this piece going, why do I have this? It'll make sense later. You know, I just need to trust myself. I know what I'm doing. It'll work out. So we can put adhesive all on the back of this because we're going to cover this up. All right, so this will go here. And any glue that we see, that's going to dry. I'm not worried about that because I'm using art glitter glue and that dries clear. All right, so we have this showing and we don't want that, of course. And I tested this out before I started, and the frame die matches up to itself when you sandwich it together, which is really very nice. You know, sometimes when you flip a design, it's not really designed in that way, but this one is. So that's good to know. And the postage one is as well. Okay, so now we have something to line this up with. I might get my head in there. Sorry, I have to look at what I'm doing. Like surgery. I'm a little off, but I think we're okay. Okay, just to get that in there. This is just something different, you know. And let's see. Oh, it's going to be a little sideways, but that's okay. I think I swapped the 2 papers. That's okay. And this was meant to be in the middle. So you know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to get my die cutting machine and cut this out with the die itself. Let's see what y'all are talking about. 5 by 7 with a strip cut off the front. Oh, the little piece on the front, I cut away, what did I say, you guys? 1.5 inches? Let's see. I'm looking for this guy. Okay. So just so this works out well, we're going to use this die. And I think it will fit. Ooh, it's going to be close. In my Empress Mini right here on the table. I don't know if you all watched my recent video. I just did one on which die cutting machine is best for you. Because I just killed my Vagabond 2, the Sizzix one. Okay, now that will fit in there nicely. We're back on track. So I'll ink those edges really quick. Yeah, the Vagabond 2 just kind of got stuck and wouldn't work anymore, and I'm in the middle of cutting 100 kits for BAMF, so wouldn't it be 10 inches wide and then Annette cut 1.5 off the front? Yes, Patricia is right. Yes. You do it like you're cutting a 5 by 7 cards, so 7 by 10, score it in half, and then cut off 1.5 inches. I hope that answers that. So we could pick either side of this, but we're going to pick this leafy side. There is a bit of a direction to that leaf paper, so that doesn't bother me. It's sideways, but that's okay. So we'll put that in there because it's pretty. And we're going to come back to this in just a little bit because that's where we're going to put a gift card in a different way. So now we just have to put our pretty leaves and flowers on the front. And so this time I did sort of a soft teal and a darker teal, and I did that twice. And this is just cardstock, and it matched very nicely with this. That's kind of where I got started, by looking at that paint paper color. All right, so we'll get these flat on here. Yeah, I'm looking at my, so far I'm doing all right. I'm looking at my thing on the wall there. And it's very helpful if you actually look at it. All right, so I think I will put this one way up here, kind of going beyond the frame, which I think looks nice. A lot of us tend to want to stay inside of things, but I think it's nicer when you go off the edges. Just a little more interest. I probably wouldn't want to go off the edge like that, because now it will struggle to fit into my envelope, but I can always trim that if it really bothers me. So okay, and this one we'll do kind of like this. Now we don't want to go down into where it overlaps and we see the other side of it when we open the card. So let's do like that. We'll see just a little bit, but that's okay. All right, now we'll put on our flowers. And this time I did different colors, just to be different. Some of it is from the paper collection. Some of it's cardstock. See, there's the back of that paper. So it's got like a golden color on the front. So just a little bit of shading on each one of those, like that first card. And we need some foam tape to pop up one or two of these. Is Mary, you good now on the card question? I want to make sure. That must be the part I missed. Okay, yeah, she got it. Okay. Let's see. Thanks for the video on the die cutting machines. Good. I'm glad you found it helpful. The cutting machine that works best. One that works would be good. Yep. Yeah, one that works would be great. Not on something like that. Or would you have a door that folds? But everyone keeps forgetting that we can add backgrounds that fold diagonally or like a diamond shape. Yes, yes. When I have more time, I will read that comment, so make sure that makes sense to me. Chunky leaf paper. I have to rub my head on it because it looks embossed. Your hand. I thought you said your head. I was picturing that, Mary, rubbing the paper on your head. Your hand, of course. Okay, so let's do a little cluster like this, I think. So this one we'll put flat on there. And we'll put it like there. And these colors are fun because they're kind of opposing each other on the color wheel. Let's see, I think I want to pop one of these up. Maybe we'll put this one low and this one high. Yeah, let's do that. Pop one up. But if you look at a color wheel, a lot of times if I pick one color, let's say that teal, I'll look at my color wheel over here and say, all right, what's really going to be contrasty and stand out a lot with that color? And across the wheel from the greens and the blues is the reds and the oranges. So that's what I always do. Okay, well, there's our card front. Big, beautiful card. And then we're just going to do a little something to the inside and we're done here. So what I did is I cut out one of the cut-aparts, a little library card with the bird, and I mounted it on the matching brown cardstock, and then I die cut from the older postage stamp die, the biggest guy there, from the cardstock or the paper in the collection. The same paper right here is just kind of peeking out there. Okay, and then you might have seen those little pencil lines. So what I want to do this time is I want to kind of hide a gift card element in here. And so I want to make a little slide out pocket like so and such. We could have done the pop-up element in here too, but I just wanted to show you some different ideas. So I think we'll test this out before we commit, but I do have those lines there because I laid the card here and I wanted to make sure I had enough room. And I've got just some strips of very thin cardboard. This is like mat board. And this is probably 1/4 of an inch wide by almost the length of the postage stamp die. So I'm going to put that really close to the edge over here. And all we're doing is making a little bit of a raised panel, like a channel, for the card to get in and out of there easier. If we just glued it down on three sides, it'd be a little tight and it'd be hard to get the card under there. So I do this a lot. I think I've done this on a live before. So I just kind of pre-measured these pieces, and they don't have to be perfect or square. You can see I've cut that one sort of diagonally. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you can get your gift card in and out is all that matters. Nobody's going to see this. And it's not really thick, so the gift card will not, or should not, fall out. It should fit in there nicely. Okay, and so now when we put adhesive, we just do it on those cardstock or cardboard pieces, not on the inside at all. And I'll peek up at the comments here in just a second. How are we doing? Oh, it's a little over 3. For me, 3. Thanks for hanging in there. We're almost done. Okay, now the key here is we don't want it to stick out past our card. So I think we just have to be really close over here and it will work out just fine. So this is where I would write my message, of course. And you can see that this just slides in there really easily, and it's covered up when you close the card. Okay, so there's one, and there's the other. And of course, we'll put a picture up to follow up on the Facebook page. So let's see, I'm still cranking away on my Big Shot, says Katie. Yeah, I mean, it's good for your muscles, no doubt. I was using my Big Shot after the Vagabond died until the Anna Griffin machine came in, and I could feel that the next day in my shoulders and my back. I decided on the Anna Griffin Empress machine, Femke. It's an electric machine. I really have to have electric with all the die cutting that I do. Yeah, I mean, I love the Big Shot. I still use it. Christine is here. I see Marty saying hi to Christine. Thanks, Anita. Oh, Christine Slack. Hey, that's the Christine. Hope you're feeling all right, Christine. This card is enough of a gift without the gift card. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, my family knows. They look forward to getting cards from me because I just enjoy making them so much and putting a lot of effort into them. Thank you, Astrid. Thank you guys all for joining me. I'm going to sign off here. I'm just checking the comments to make sure I didn't miss. No start on the third card. No, Femke. Make sure I didn't miss any comments. This hour always flies by. But I do appreciate you taking your time out to watch me. And I'll see you next time. Let's see. I think David is here on Friday, and then I will be back on Monday with something special again with this release. So thank you guys. Take care.